Bench used to said before the game that he expects his team to get 0 points from the first 3 matches. They lost to Valencia last week. He's saying they're going to lose to Barcelona and lose to Sevilla away. What's the psychology behind that?
The only thing I can think about is that he's trying to take the pressure out from the players and make them realize that this could happen, and despite this can happen, they shouldn't give up. I think is the only explanation about that.
Smiling, says Fabregas, and so he should smile the way he's been playing. Dani Alves coming on. Who do you expect to come off, and do you see any specific changes?
I think the only logical change is Alves for Adriano, or another one could be maybe Adriano in the middle of the park, or Adriano in the back four, and Mascherano in the middle of the park, replacing Song. Because for me, Song is a player that doesn't fit in this team and in this style of playing.
In what way?
For example, in the first half, we have seen that they are trying to send Song out of his position and make Xavi take it to receive the ball and start the game. But the problem with this is that Song has to play between the lines, and is a player that is not comfortable in that position. In this case, once Xavi takes his position, you are playing with 10 players, because Son is not available never.
OK, well, it looks like it's Adriano's gone off. Must be an injury after that strike. Let's get back to Jerry and Rob.
So Adriano scores the only goal of the game so far. A minute before half-time, and doesn't emerge from the tunnel for the second half. Tata Martino isn't afraid to make a substitution. Last week he took off Lionel Messi, which is rarely done. Messi left behind in Barcelona tonight. He just joined us, and you're hoping to see Neymar. You may do, but it will be from the bench. He still awaits his first start for his new club. And a good tight game so far. Malaga have more than contained Barcelona, given them a couple of frights as well. Official attendance tonight of 28,500 at the Rosaleda, so there must be about 100 spare seats dotted around the stadium somewhere. If you're trying to get a ticket for this game and you're on your holidays, you had to know somebody, and you really had to pay a big price as well to see Barcelona in the flesh. And they do well with attendances here, because they have a massive expat support. The Giri Army, they call themselves. Just bought a coach, one of the few clubs in Spain that take fans away from home. Here's Xavi. Barca have a particularly good record in southern Spain. 32 visits, 15 wins. Malaga have only won 7 times on home soil. The last back in 2003, that convincing 5-1 success.
Well, it's business as usual, Rob. They're just continuing dominating possession and looking to open up Malaga to see if they can get a second.
There's Alex Song. Alexis Song onside, tries to cut it across. He's come in tonight for Busquets and hasn't been as effective, I think it'd be fair to say, Jerry, as the Spanish international.
Well, he's a different type of player, this Sergio Busquets. Busquets is probably one of the best passers of the ball you see. That's a great pass. He's onside and he's trying to cut it back. He's a little bit off balance as he tries to cut it back and can't really wrap his foot around it. But technically he's not as good a player as Busquets. But certainly from a defensive point of view, he does a good job. He's a good anchor man, and Busquets will get the rest he wants, and certainly his coach knows he's on the bench. I think again he's still looking at this Atletico Madrid game, the second leg, the Super Cup. Maybe that's why he's taking Adriano off. I haven't heard if it's an injury or a knock, Rob. Certainly you wouldn't take Adriano off unless there was a problem, or maybe Tata Martino wants to rest him for Wednesday, do a half each.
Here's Piqué. Of course, it's poised at 1-1, the Spanish Super Cup, after Neymar scored the equalising goal against Atletico last midweek. That game is 10 o'clock kick-off UK time this Wednesday night. Now Pedro tries to be precise with his pass. Jordi Alba to Xavi. Brice steals the ball. Xavi gets it back.
Given the free kick, there was no advantage given, and the foul on Xavi has been given by Mateo Laoz. Let's see as he unloads it. That's a late challenge.
He was a little bit of afters as well. Referee's done well to see that.
Yeah, he has. Anglieri is the centre half who really does take him out.
It was that trailing foot, wasn't it, from Anglieri there? And caught
Not good. And that's maybe why Xavi will not be playing more than 30 or 40 games a season.
He does look as though he's going to spend a night out in Porto Banús, Bernd Schuster, maybe after the game. It's the view of Willy Caballero. It's Xavi. Caballero had a great sighting.
Well, pretty straightforward though for Willy Caballero. You could see that, as you said, Rob. No free kick given. It's the young Polish player Pawłowski who's not. Just see what he did wrong. Did he land awkwardly? Never really saw too much wrong with that.
Well, you're always going to remember your debut in La Liga, but Pawłowski making his debut against the mighty Barcelona, only 20 years of age. Interesting, making debut. Done up the Brice was in place. Playing out the regionals. Fabregas. Xavi. Iniesta. Pedro. Great run from Jordi Alba. Loses his man, puts in a half-decent cross, and well, Fabregas got a head to it.
It's 2 headers he's got in the game and hit them on target, but he takes the sting out of it. It's a good run from Alba, good ball in, but he heads the ball down and takes all the pace out of it, Rob.
Barcelona with 8 attempts that have been on target in the game so far. Alba to Piqué. Son. Pedro. Two banks of 4 for Malaga. Stopping the ball progressing. Rocky Santa Cruz caught in possession. Pawłowski. Now he can fly. Pacey winger. But he's up against Mascherano, one of the best readers of the game in European football. James. And I felt that he'd been blocked. The whole bench been asked to limber up by Tata Martino, but the cameras and eyes down there focused on Neymar. Camacho. Again from Anglieri, and the game was a shaky home debut.
It was an awful pass, square pass from Sergio Sanchez initially to put Anglieri under pressure. What he's doing, not going to score a ball like that, is beyond me.
Iniesta. Fabregas. Xavi. A run of Dowley. Alves. Alves with a big dip, and Caballero keeps it out this time from the Barcelona right back. It was the other right back, Adriano, who scored just before being substituted at half-time.
Too much pace there, Jordi Alba for Pawłowski.
Piqué. Xavi. So, Iniesta draws defenders. Improvised football from Barcelona. Squeezes a corner out of Malaga.
Oh, a lovely little 1-2. This is a shot, the dipping shot from Dani Alves, which Willy Caballero deals better with than obviously the goal. Xavi coming across to take the corner kick.
A nervous quiet amongst the home supporters. Xavi with the corner. Piqué actually ducked at the pivotal moment. Sergio Sanchez in a tight corner. Plays his lines well. He's one of the longest serving players now, his 3rd season at Malaga.
He's born in Barcelona, ex-this Espanyol player, Sergio Sanchez. And the break is on.
There's it's Roque Santa Cruz to Fabrice. Good tackle by Alves, going to ground. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still the Adriano goal. Here's the difference.
And he certainly pulled back on that occasion.
Just got a message from Guillaume Balaguer, Jerry, who tells me that Adriano has injured his right leg.
So it is a knock. There's another player injured for Barcelona. And that's why it's a straightforward swap. Well, hopefully it's not too serious for Adriano.
The referee having none of that. His patience being tested by Jesus Gomez. Heavy-handed on Alexis, and then it's taken the referee 56 minutes. But this will be the first booking of the evening.
There's been a few challenges a little bit late and unnecessary. Let's have a look. Well, he's gone straight down the back of his Achilles. That's awful. He knew exactly what he was doing, and the referee's quite entitled to give him a yellow card for that. Cynical challenge from Jesus Gomez.
With 4 officials these days and cameras covering every inch of the field, you get away with nothing. Iniesta, better tackle from Anglieri. Sanchez leaving his sentry post there to go chasing Fabregas. Alexis weaving inside.
And it's Darder this time who's kicking him from behind.
Just chipping away.
Well,
got him knee height, didn't he?
He's kicking him up around the knee. I mean, the ball's nowhere near Rob, and there's closing down and there's closing down.
Barcelona not yet in the comfort zone. Xavi plays it towards the penalty spot. Piqué! Oh. Just tried to help it on its way.
It's hit the top of the crossbar. I'm not sure if Willy Caballero got a touch on it. Let's have a look, see. It hit him on the back near enough, didn't it? We're looking for offside. There's a few hands going up and asking for offside. He might well have been offside, but the linesman's flag stayed down. It's when the kick is taken, and Fabrice might have played them on.
I'm not convinced that was a corner. And I know the fans behind that goal to our left-hand side were definitely not convinced. Paul. attempted a shot.
I don't think Wally
Says
Caballero.
Fabregas.
I don't think Wally Caballero touches it, Rob. Let's have a look again. No, it doesn't hit Wally. Last touch came off Gerard Piqué's back.
Piqué did score against Malaga last night. It was his last goal he scored, actually. He was in the Copa del Rey match between these two sides. Scored against them in the league in 2009 as well. And Túnez wins the free kick. They've had their moments, Malaga, from the set pieces. One brilliant save in the first half from Victor Valdez to keep out the number 5 with a lashed-in left footer.
Oh, you know, set plays can result in free kicks or goal kicks, or goal scoring opportunities if they take the ball properly. And this is where they need a decent cross into the box. Barcelona are pushing up a high line. There's plenty of targets.
Aguilera and Sanchez in there, helped on by Santa Cruz. Nervous clearance from Dani Alves. Malovsky, the referee looked long and hard at that, and Fabregas is awarded the free kick.
Well, Sanchez takes him out. He actually just barges straight into him as he goes to control the ball. I think that's what the referee's saying, and he wants Sanchez to come back. He can talk himself into the book here. And he has. He said it was shoulder to shoulder, but the ball wasn't there, Sergio.
I think he feels that Fabregas has been off a little too much protection.
Rob. As
You,
much as
Jerry,
I like shoulder
Jerry
to
would have
shoulder.
claimed that was a shoulder charge in your day.
Yeah, but it's not my day now, and the rules have changed quite a bit. But certainly, I think it was a free kick.
Pedro. Iniesta. Alba. Home fans still in great voice. Not one or two Barcelona shirts in the stadium, but they have a lot here. Malaga behind them tonight. Could they spring a surprise? Alexis. Looks like that's going to be a corner. Referee's assistant says no. Here's the challenge again. See, Jerry, I think he had reason to dispute the decision.
The referee disagrees with you, Rob Hanley.
It's a game of opinions. Now Alexis has been having a running commentary with the referee for the last 10 minutes. He's lost patience.
Well, he's appealed against the decision to give a goal kick. And again, let the officials make the decisions they're out there to make, and let's have a look at it again. At 6-1, half a dozen other, the linesman is giving it as a goal kick, and he's arguing with the linesman.
Well, to a cacophony of whistles, one of the stars of world football is introduced to La Rosaleda. Neymar came on and made an impact with a goal against Atletico in the 66th minute in the Spanish Super Cup in midweek. The Brazilian is introduced, and there's Eliseu who comes on for Pavlovsky for Malaga. It's all getting a little tetchy.
Well, Neymar jumping, referee suggesting there was an elbow involved. He'd be right, but he's using his elbow to get leverage.
Well, Neymar taking the place of Pedro, who's had one of his quieter nights. Barca have one change left. The other subs: Tello, Bartra, Busquets, Sergio Roberto. Of course, the goalkeeper Pinto if needed.
Well, the way the game's poised at the moment, I would look at Tello with his pace in the wide positions.
Fabrice. He's all fired up, Neymar Jr. Neymar Senior, as a professional player, pretty useful in his own right back in Brazil. He's now the player's agent. And there's an interesting story that Guillem was telling on Revista earlier in the week, that his cut of the transfer is around 40 million euros. This is Antunes, shoot is the cry, and he does fire one in. That will sting Xavi. Alexis.
There's a late challenge again, Rob, as he flicks the ball inside Alexis.
Alexis taken down by Eliseu and not accepting the apology.
As Antunes catches him. It's late. It's well late. He does clatter the back of his heel again.
Malaga not making it comfortable. Rough and tumble.
Well, that's what they're there to do, Rob. They have to stop Barcelona whatever way they can, and that's putting pressure on their first touch, making them feel uneasy, which they've done.
Dani Alves, great cross by him, even better header away by Jesus Ganes. Fabrice loses out. Now Fabregas. Ball pass from the former Arsenal man. Oh, it's an even worse pass from Sergio Sanchez. I don't know what he was doing there. There was a handball, but he got away with footballing murder.
Trying to play their way out sometimes is not always the right decision. Well, did it hit him in the shoulder or the arm? I think Sergio Sanchez is appealing to the judgment of the referee. Help me out in this situation.
Still just the goal, the difference between the two sides. Last week against Levante, Barca hit 6 in the first half. Dani Alves.
The handball there, Rob.
Referee's assistant brings to the man in the middle's attention the handball from Antunes.
He's walking a very thin line, Antunes. Hand comes up. He deems it's accidental, but still a free kick. And as you said earlier, Rob, last season that would have been an automatic yellow card.
Just clipped the wrist of the Portuguese fullback. 3/4 of the game gone. And Barcelona get the decisive goal. Caballero calls everybody back onto defensive duty, including the centre forward, the number 9 there, Rocky Santa Cruz, who's allowed to play head tennis. Song. Now Jordi Alba. Fanciful little flick. Alba plays it in. Caballero buys some breathing space. Good early throw to Fabrice. Tiptoes along the touchline. Santa Cruz makes a charge. Brilliant run from Rocky Santa Cruz. Can he finish it? Comes to Fabrice. Oh! Agonising. Well, what a move that was from Malaga. They ripped Barcelona apart.
Well, we've talked about them on the counter-attack, Rob. Certainly in the first half, that's the best they've played on the break for me. And Rocky Santa Cruz did everything right. He took it round the goalkeeper, he kept his composure, he cut it back to Fabrice. He's only got one goal, Fabrice, that was last season, Rob, and that was almost a massive second goal in his career against the mighty Barcelona. Horror unlucky against the post.
A year ago this week, he was the youngest ever La Liga scorer. 16 years and 98 days. I think he's 17 years and a little bit more than that, about 100 days this year. That's given Barcelona a real scare. Does it shake them up? No, maybe it's Boyd Malaga.
Oh, he's unlucky.
Tearing away the teenager.
Let's look at it again. Great run, Rocky Santa Cruz. Interesting for me who's picking him up, though. It's Song who's coming from a deep midfield position to try and pick him up. Really were all the central defenders on this occasion. It's cut back. He does everything right. He's just so unfortunate, Fabrice. Maybe a little bit off balance. What is it? A couple of inches inside the post, that goes in. And unfortunately, it hits the outside of the post and comes out. But wonderful break. It was a great turn.
It is. Back to Iniesta. Strong challenge from Sergio Sanchez. Piqué joins the attack. Doesn't have the dribbling skills. That's left a big gap for Malaga to try to exploit. Santa Cruz goes nose to turf. Blacks, I was going to say stays down, but then Neymar was caught. Too good to be true for the Brazilian.
Yeah, offside. Well, it's a tight one. You can see
exceptionally tight.
Yeah, I think it's just about the right decision. We're talking inches, but it looks the right decision to me. And Jesus
that
Gamos
linesman feels that if he can see Neymar beyond the body of the last Malaga man, he must be offside.
But where was Mascherano and Piqué when the run was made by Rocky Santa Cruz?
For the fear on the faces of Valdez and Mascherano there.
That's why 1-0's never enough. You always need that second goal as a cushion. They've had so much possession, Barcelona, but haven't got that second goal. He's done well, Antunes, to keep that one in.
Sergio Sanchez.
It's awful.
Schuster trying to keep his cool. It has been the biggest chance of the second half on either side.
Yeah. Well, you can see their tactics. Bernd Schuster's told them, absorb them, their pressure. We know they're having majority possession, but then hit them on the break, and they've done it on 2 or 3 occasions the first half. And then that occasion, the second half, it was absolutely superb. And credit has to be given to Rocky Santa Cruz for the run and the composure. And a little bit of good fortune had went their way. They might well be 1-1 instead of 1-0 to Barcelona.
Neymar. Oh. First sighting of the evening of his brilliant skills. Left 2 defenders for dead.
I think Camacho's saying, you know, it's a free kick. Okay, well, let's get on with it.
There's a booking for Dada.
Yeah. Was it Camacho? I think it's Camacho. Oh, but there's a kick from Dada as well, Rob, afterwards.
Yeah, it's Dada that received the yellow card. There's a toss of the referee's coin as to which one got the caution. Neymar. Iniesta. Great ball from Iniesta, but Xavi wasn't expecting it for once. Song too strong.
He's nicked the ball for me there, I think. Either the reaction of the crowd or the player theatrics.
Well, it's the outlawed challenge from behind these days, Jerry.
It's sort of round the corner challenge, that one. I thought he did it pretty cleanly. This is the stage I think that someone like Tello could cause a few problems. With 18 minutes to go, with his pace, one-on-one situations, he can certainly expose any defence.
PK to Mascherano. Fabregas has come onto the left side. Neymar has gone into the central striking position.
Good defending.
He's followed all of the way by Sergio Sanchez, who has handled it brilliantly tonight.
Good defending from Sergio Sanchez on that occasion, I have to say.
There's chaos around this stadium when it kicks out. Nobody in their right mind leaving early as we head for the grand finale, the final 15 minutes. Mascherano, Iniesta, stopped by Sanchez, cleared by Anglieri.
Well, there's almost 2 or 3 blue and white shirts to get past. To get past, as you say, the first 2, but Anglieri is the third defender who clears away the ball. And they're still in the game, Rob, with coming up to 15 minutes left. They've been outplayed possession-wise, but
it's a heart-in-mouth moment for Sanchez, who's already been booked, trying desperately not to catch the eye of the referee. Barcelona helping by taking the free kick quickly. PK goes into the centre forwards role. Eliseo tumbled over by Alexis Sanchez, who also has to watch his step. The only Barcelona player to receive a caution so far.
Eliseo has anticipated what was going on, and he did have a hold of his shorts, and good fortune there. No, a double substitution, is it? It is, for Malaga.
Seba Fernandez and Pedro Morales will both come on. Camacho willingly taking a break. He's put a lot of miles in the centre of midfield. And Fabrice has had a great game, and that massive chance creates the space for Pedro Morales.
Morales, a Chilean, and Seba Fernandez, a Uruguayan. Can they change the fortunes for Malaga in the final 14 minutes?
Eliseo. I was watching Danny Alves trying to play his way out of trouble then, and Piqué just applies the boot. Morales. Seba Fernandez, the Uruguayan international, has come onto this right-hand side. Little player, bundle of talent. Not a regular goal scorer, but did score for Uruguay and is recalled to the national team.
He got a couple of goals for Malaga last season, Rob, didn't he? He got a couple. You're right, he's not a prolific goal scorer.
Yeah, he scored against Zenit in the Champions League, also in the Copa del Rey. Hasn't scored in La Liga for 18 months now.
Morales is prone to a couple of goals himself. I think he got 3 goals last season.
You're correct.
What wouldn't they give for a goal now?
PK backtracking, leaves Valdez a little short. Age of 32. Rocky Santa Cruz doesn't have that turbo charge anymore. Maybe 5 years ago, they've been on the end of that. They're scoring 23 goals a season for Blackburn Rovers. Neymar. Neymar, brilliant little turn of pace, leaves one for dead. Oh, and he's taken down crudely by Sanchez, who I think may be looking at an early exit.
Well, he should get a booking for that one. At a lenient mood. There's a lot of debate as to whether he should be booked or not. Try to pull him back here. He cuts inside.
He knew exactly what he'd done. It was mistimed by Sanchez.
That's an awful challenge. Look at his face, so Rob.
There's that acknowledgement.
Okay,
It was a bad foul.
I'll tell you, if he gets away with this one, he is one lucky chap.
He has, and he is.
Well, Mateo Lahoff has done him a favour, trust me. And he's acknowledging that. He's just a little touch to Neymar saying, OK, I got you. Now, what are they going to do? And who's going to take this free kick? Is it that man, Neymar? Is he going to get a second goal, or is it going to be certain? Well, Xavi is there.
Well, there's no Messi on the field, so you would think that it's time for Neymar to step up to the plate. It's Neymar! It's a tremendous save from Willy Caballero. Alves fires it in. Well, Neymar came on and rescued a draw in the Spanish Super Cup in midweek. Almost put it beyond Malaga then. Caballero makes up for his first half error.
It's an excellent strike, wasn't it? There was no nonsense. It wasn't as if he was going to try and curl it over the top of the wall into the opposite corner. Oh, good skills.
Here's from Dani Alves. Eliseo catches Alves. Fair challenge in the eyes of the referee and his assistant. Alves is still down, but his teammates aren't stopping play for him, especially Neymar, who spotted Caballero slightly off his line. He's been on the field for about 12-13 minutes, Neymar. He's coming for some rough treatment.
Well, maybe an elbow catches him from Eliseo. Or is Dani Alves making the most of the situation? Only he knows the answer to that. This is the strike, though. Fabulous strike, bending into the far corner. He hit it very well with a lot of pace. That's an excellent save, isn't it?
Excellent save from Willy Caballero. Brilliant. Caballero comes a long way. Good catch. Governing his area. Most of last season, of course, Willy Caballero was the outstanding goalkeeper in La Liga, statistically. Top of the Zamora.
Well, Courtois won it in the end, but I have to say, Willy, in the last 2 or 3 seasons, has been outstanding. He's been a fabulous goalkeeper. Certainly in the top 3 every season.
Sergio Roberto will come on. They didn't have Telio at their disposal, but Roberto, who has been promised more game time this season by Martino, takes the place of Iniesta. As you can see, the huddle of Barcelona supporters gives Andres Iniesta a standing ovation.
It's like for like, another quality player, Sergio Roberto. Technically very good passer of the ball, just lacks experience.
Fabregas. Now Roberto. Neymar, 2 options, chose the wrong one. The obvious pass was to his fellow countryman Dani Alves on the far side. Now was Alves scrambling back, leaving his mark. And Eliseo. He's a character.
Well, he's not accepting this one. Now, have a look what happens here. There's the elbow from Eliseo on Dani Alves.
I think the referee read that as payback because Alves had complained vociferously a couple of minutes back about a challenge from Ellison. I think in the referee's eyes, he felt that there was after retribution.
I say, oh, clever player, clever play. Just over 5 minutes to hold out here, Barcelona, and they're still pressing Malaga. They're going to dominate the possession, but Malaga still can cause a problem or two, especially with that man. You'd fancy him to win everything in the air, wouldn't you? Santa Cruz.
Tisoni and Tunis. I get the impression there's one final chance left for this Malaga team. Santa Cruz lays it off. Should be the Malaga throw.
You're a big fan of Malaga, I know, Rob. You'd love to see them equalise.
Always neutral, Jim, just like yourself. Right down the middle. 5 minutes to go. Fernandez has been on about 5 minutes, his shirt already soaked in sweat. 27 degrees at kick-off time, and the temperature hasn't really dipped. No danger of the players going off here for bad light. And Tunis. Seba Fernandez shows. Schuster has told his players to go and attack for the final 5 minutes. They've got a front three now.
They will certainly push more blue and white shirts forward in search of the equaliser. Barcelona just starting to drop a little bit deeper.
Yeah, Barcelona allowing them possession. Tata Martin, I wonder if that's intentional. Great tackle by Mascherano. Sets Barcelona away. Jordi Alba. Neymar makes the move. Not quite in his path, and it had to be a safety first challenge from Anglieri.
Good cover from Anglieri, and again good run from Neymar. Now this is, he just sticks his toe out in between the legs of Rocky Santa Cruz. Clever play.
The centre half is readjusting his hairband, Jerry.
I was going to say his ponytail.
Raising his blue suede shoes. Bernd Schuster.
I think he wanted a free kick for the challenge on Rocky Santa Cruz.
Very the only way is Marbella from the German coach. 3 minutes remain. Mascherano tries to slow things down ahead of him. A former captain of the Argentinian national team, of course. Barca happy to play down the clock. Isn't generally their way. But maybe that's one of the subtle changes under Martino. But to Valdez. A bit of theatrics. Maybe so. In the wars again with Dani Alves, maybe try to convince the referee that Alves had fouled him, hence the second yellow card. But the referee, Mathieu Lehans, has kept the egos in check tonight. Neymar. Oh dear. Well, both of our eyes were drawn to that, and Hayes Gammers squared up to Neymar.
Well, I think there was slight contact made, Rob.
Yep.
Certainly.
He's a lucky boy, Gammers, because Neymar could have gone down, faking injury. Gammers is already on a yellow card, and I think he's going to have to accept that lecture from the referee, who's done very well to keep Sanchez on. And for squaring up here off the ball,
Well, he hasn't really tackled him. That's the thing with Jesus Gomez, and Neymar's gone down. There's no tackle as such, but then he's maybe made a meal of it
the arm out there,
and then there's direct contact.
And that was a stupid thing for Jesus Gomez to do. Eyeball to eyeball, nose to nose.
Yeah. Any other referee, I think, would have sent him off for it, Rob, to be honest. And he's very fortunate, Jesus Gomez, to be on.
I suppose we should give Neymar some credit. Others would roll around, faking the headbutt. He did get straight back up, complaining, but he got back on his feet.
Well, everybody's got forward here, 1 minute to go, and they're all in the box.
Into a gripping final minute. PK takes control. Doesn't get the ball far away, though. Still advantage Malaga.
Still one last throw of the dice for Malaga as they keep players forward, looking to get a... That's good play.
Barcelona scored in the final seconds of the first half. Will Malaga get the equaliser in the final seconds of the second half? Here is Gomez with a cross, free header! Oh, brilliantly kept out by Valdez. Mayhem, and well, Valdez is a calming influence in there, keeping out first of all Seba Fernandez and then Tissoni.
Well, he's been so quiet for this game, and in the last minute he's been called upon. He's there. Big save from Victor Valdez, and then once again Tissoni coming on to it, does well, hits the target, and Victor Valdez come to the wrist foot and over the top of the crossbar. How lucky have Malaga been there? Neymar almost got his second goal.
I suppose our Premier League goal line technology would have sorted that one out.
Correct.
Barca in no great hurry to take the corner kick. 5 full seconds. Edging away. With a back flick. He's an entertainer. Now Fabregas. Neymar with Dani Alves in support. Well, he's only been on the field for about 20 minutes, but I think he's the most fouled player in La Liga this weekend.
Well, he's encouraged the challenge from Darder, and Darder duly obliges. He gets his ankle. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball. He points to the ball, but he doesn't get anywhere near the ball.
Seba Fernandez wins it back. Roque Santa Cruz. Oh, the pass. Not good enough. We could all see it. And again, danger refuses to go away. And good defending from Jordi Alba, shepherding the ball back to Victor Valdez.
Well, he's shocked because he knows they really should have done better defensively. They're poor, really poor defending there from Barcelona. And they could quite easily have ended up with egg on their face. They look like they're going to get away with it, Rob.
I don't think that Victor Valdez, Jerry, has as many fans as Iker Casillas. Of course, Saint Iker, as he's known in Spain, the national hero, the captain of Spain, the #1. But Victor Valdez does have a special talent. He's quiet for, well, 89.5 minutes of the game, but then keeps his concentration and made what could well be the game-winning save.
Yeah, it's all about the concentration. That's what I was saying. 89 minutes and he hasn't had much to do, and then he makes 2 brilliant saves to keep Barcelona in the lead.
Well, they've not been allowed to keep any fuel in the tank, Barcelona, but they've done just enough in the end. A goal of good fortune. Seconds before half-time, a pot shot from Adriano from distance was the difference between the teams. Bernd Schuster's side have acquitted themselves well against Barcelona. He can be proud. They almost equalised, but for a brilliant save from Victor Valdez, Barca 2 wins out of 2 in La Liga.
Yes, a completely different win for Barcelona compared to last week, but 3 points are 3 points. And while Malaga may not be the same side of last season, they could easily have got the draw.